Okay, guys, welcome to this week's Fit Family Network webinar. We are super excited to have you on our call tonight. Our usual routine is that we have our calls on Zoom so we can see each other's beautiful faces and just connect and chat with each other. Talk about, what we're doing in our business that's working really well and just give some tips and best practices. And sometimes it's me talking, sometimes we have a guest speaker, and we do some recognition, some announcements like from corporate and things like that, and takeaways. So I'm going to screen share so I can show you, you can see the slides, and then after that I'm going to come back to this screen and hear some feedback from you guys. Can you guys see the screen? Just give like a thumbs up or something. Okay, cool. All right, so we're talking about all things Facebook, right? And originally I had a bunch of stuff that I wanted to share with you guys, like even getting into Facebook ads and things like that. But once I started getting into it, there is just so much about Facebook. And so we're going to go over some things tonight, and then there's going to be I'm going to have to do ads on a different call because it's just kind of its own whole monster in itself. So we are going to go over some really good stuff that I want you guys to definitely implement, and it's going to definitely help your business. If you're watching, if you're on the call right now live, make sure that you are on mute so that your background noise doesn't come through. But first, we're going to start off with some recognition. So I wanted to give a huge shout out to our top recruiters this week, Samantha Knight, Matthew Moon, and Emily Erickson. So you guys each added 2 new coaches this week, so that is super awesome. We are proud of you. And we've got Erica Bartolowitz, who's our top PV earner. This is for the week that ended on Wednesday night, so great job, you guys. And then our 500 Club is Sandy, Tachi, Emily Burns, and Tammy Frazier. And then we've got several of you in the 300 Club, so congratulations, guys. All of these numbers relate to volume, personal volume, so those are sales or your own purchases, and that just means that you are getting people connected with a program or product and just getting them set up on their fitness journey. It could be Challenge Pack or Shakeology or a program. All of that stuff is volume, and it's not really about the number. It just means that it represents a life, a person that you are getting plugged into a group. So I'm so excited for you guys and happy that you are sharing and getting people plugged in. This week was a super exciting week. We had lots of new rank advancements, so 3 new Emerald coaches. So congratulations, Phyllis, Hannah, and Sarah. I see Phyllis on the call, so congratulations. We are so proud of you. Hannah Franklin is a new Emerald under Molly Franklin. And Sarah Phillips, I saw that she posted she was going to be on date night tonight, but this is her very first month as a coach. She just signed up a couple weeks ago, so great job to her, and she also got Success Club this month. And then we've got our new Diamond coaches. So Molly Franklin, she's one of my personally sponsored, and she lives here in Knoxville, so she's part of our local team. And we've got Dawn Bitzer, who is, I believe, in Healthy for Life. So we are Purpose for Life. So great job, you guys. You set an amazing example for our team to follow. You lead with integrity and passion for this business and for changing lives. And for that, I am so grateful to have you as part of our family. Okay, now Success Club. We have been talking about Success Club a lot as it's coming up to the last couple days of the month. And these numbers are as of the end of the Beachbody week on Thursday. So, I know some of you guys have gotten a few more points locked in, but I just want you to remember that today is the 29th. So it is not the end of the night yet, and you still have all day tomorrow. Everybody that's listed here has already locked in Success Club, whether it's Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. And we have a ton of you guys in Success Club 10 this month. So you guys are totally rocking it. I'm so excited for you. I forgot the exact details, but I'm pretty sure that the Success Club 10 earners earn a some kind of a call with Bo Eason, and it's going to be like a webinar type thing that you log into, and he's like the master of sharing your story and, you know, crafting your story and the best way to be able to share it with people and inspire people to follow you. So that's going to be a super great perk for getting Success Club 10 this month, and we have a bunch in Success Club 5. So I'm so proud of you guys. You're totally rocking it and growing your business. Now we have lots of you in, you know, who are still pushing, and some of you, like I said, these numbers are a few days old, but there's still a day and a half left, and well, not a day and a half, but a little less. And I'm still there with you. I still need one more person to hit my own personal goal. So just know that I am there. I am inviting and following up and doing the same behaviors that we talk about every week. So great job to everybody that is still out there pushing to hit your goals. Remember that you can do this. Don't let any of those negative thoughts creep into your mind. And it's easy to let that happen. It's easy to think, well, gosh, I only have 2 points. I'm not going to be able to make it. Or, you know, I don't have anybody in the works. You never know when that lurker is going to come out that has been following you for a year. And all of a sudden it's like, what's that 21-day fix thing? So it happens all the time. There's a ton of us on this call tonight that can, you know, vouch for that. That happens all the time. So don't give up. Remain, you know, having your same positivity, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep inviting and following your daily vital behaviors. On the 1st, we're starting the 15 Laws of Growth, and this was the very first book that really got me started on my path of personal development. I don't think I posted it in our large team page, but in my personally sponsored, I actually did like a YouTube series when I read this book 2 years ago, and I posted a video for like each of the 15 laws, and it's really funny to go back and see like just how, I mean, I'm still a very shy person, but like in the videos, I'm so quiet and so reserved, and it's like, they're awful. They're like so boring to watch because I have like no change in my voice, very monotone, and it's and you can like hear the nervousness in my voice and everything. And I didn't realize at that point about how you had to use your cell phone like in the portrait way. I had it like landscape, so it has the black on the side. So they're horrible videos. But the thing is that, you know, I made it like that was a defining moment in my business where I made a line in the sand and said, I know I have failed at this particular vital behavior in the past, but I'm going to pick up this book. I'm going to read it. I'm going to document my journey. I am scared to death of posting things on YouTube, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways because that's what my coach told me to do. And I did it, and it made me grow so much just by doing that. I didn't get any customers from them watching my horrible videos, but it just gave me that confidence to know that I can post that video and life was going to go on. Yes, I was scared, but I did it, and you know, nothing bad happened to me. And I know that there's a lot of times where you feel scared, you feel that anxiety about it, like, well, what is so-and-so going to think? What if my boss sees my post? What if my best friend that thinks that Beachbody is weird sees my post? What is she going to think? And we fill our head with these things, and really it's all doesn't matter, and it's just about you and your journey. And most of the time people are, you know, very supportive of you going on a journey of personal growth or being on a fitness journey or a health journey. So anyways, we would love to have you be a part of this group. I'm excited to read this book again, and there is a private or a Facebook group. The link is posted. I'll make sure it gets brought back up. So if you want to join us, I'd love to have you. Quick couple notes on Summit, which is a couple weeks away, so super exciting, and we've had a couple new people register. Alex is one of our new coaches this month, and she just registered using that new coach discount, so we're so excited that you're going to be coming with us, and that's going to be a great thing for your business. I mean, it took me 2 years to go to my first Summit, so I can only imagine, the boost that you're going to have from making that commitment, right out of the gate. So we've got our own instructors that are going to be teaching classes at our hotel at the Embassy Suites. And also make sure you are registered for your track. Okay, so into the meat of the call, all things Facebook. Okay, so a lot of us use Facebook as a way to find people, to connect with people, and, to share our journey. So if you're going to use Facebook, you might as well, sharpen your skills. And there's basically 3 steps that you need to be thinking about, as you are using Facebook to build your business. So first thing is you need to know your niche, who is your customer base. Then create a brand that addresses the needs of that niche, and then create content for that niche that adds value. Adds value is in all caps because it's super important. That's like the key takeaway there, and creates engagement. So we're going to start off by talking about who is your ideal customer. And this is a assignment that I've given in some of like our coach training groups or Emerald push groups and things like that. But it's just a good idea, even if you've done it before, to just go through this again and make a list of the traits of your ideal customer. Think about some of us that already have a customer base, if you think about it, there's probably customers of yours or challengers or whatever you want to call them, probably ones that you kind of prefer working with, some that you like really click with and you're excited to hear from them, you're excited when you get a notification. And then there might be some where, yes, they're your customer, but you just don't really jive with them all that well. So think about the ones that are really, truly you're excited to hear from them. They're just your person. And think about their traits, their age. Are they single? Are they married? Do they have kids? What kind of occupation? Are they in corporate world? Are they working in the retail? Are they maybe a bartender? What kind of interests do they have? Do they love photography, fitness, or hobbies? Maybe they're into horseback riding or cooking or
it just falls off like music.
I don't know, hobbies. I can't think of anything. Fitness, personality types. Are they outgoing? Are they funny? Are they shy? Are they an introvert? What kind of fears do they have? Are they scared of, I'm talking about big fears, maybe scared of being alone or scared of, not being able to have kids one day. Are they scared of never being able to pay off their debt? Are they scared of having student loans that are going to consume their mind and weigh them down for the rest of their life? Are they scared that they'll never be able to buy a house? They'll never be able to qualify because of bad credit? There's so many different things, that people fear, what those kind of things that keep them up at night and make them, lose sleep, those things that we think about all the time that consume our brain. What are those things? And the digger that you deep into, or the deeper that you dig into that question, the more defined of a person that you're able to create, the better off that you're going to be, and you'll see why as we go forward. But just really spend some time to put that profile together. It's almost like a dating website, when you are making a profile and thinking about the kind of person that you want to meet, the kind of restaurants you want to go to, the kind of foods you like to eat, the kind of things you like to spend your time doing. And oddly enough, there's a lot of things. I've never been on a dating website because Mike and I have been together since before dating websites existed. But I think that there's a lot of similarities sometimes, oddly enough. But anyways, so after you create that list, just think back to like how you got into Beachbody. Think about like your objections that you had. Think about the fears that you had when this was first brought up to you. Were you scared about posting on social media that you were doing this Beachbody thing? Were you, scared about, like, did you have a price objection? Did you think it was too expensive? Was it, financially an expensive investment for you? Was it, was the time that you had to invest in workouts, was that an issue for you? Think about those things that were an issue for you. And more than likely, those are going to be the same exact issues that your person is going to have. Okay, so like attracts like. A lot of my coaches are very similar to me. They have similar personalities, similar interests, similar life circumstances, and sometimes it's so scary how similar we can be with each other. And then other times you're kind of like, how in the world did I attract that person? But that's one of the cool things about this business, one of my favorite things about this business. And so many of you guys, a lot of my diamond coaches, they have all become like my best friends, even though we had never even met each other at one point. And so that's one of the awesome, super cool perks about this business. But anyways, like attracts like. And content is really the name of the game in Facebook. And, it's cool to post pictures of you and your family, or you, traveling and whatever, things like that. But really when it gets down to it, you need to be posting content, things that add value to other people, and things that are going to make people want to share that. People where they're like, oh, I want to go on to Jenna's page first thing in the morning because I know she's going to have a cute Pibble picture and it just makes me smile and start my morning off right. So those kind of things, what's going to make your Facebook page memorable to somebody else? And your Facebook page is basically like your storefront. You have to, make sure that everything on there is what you would want people to see and to know about you, if they were walking by on, an actual retail mall or something. So one of the things that helps me to create content and to just kind of think about what my person, my ideal customer, what they would want to see, I ask myself these things, like, what was the last magazine that I personally bought? Like, was it Cosmo or Food Network magazine, or like Home and Garden, or some kind of travel, or maybe like money investment related magazine, or car magazine, something like that. And one little thing that I'll even do is, especially since I travel so much, I'll be at the airport and post something and be like, hey, I'm at the, at the travel thing at the airport, looking at the books and magazines. What's your favorite magazine to get and read on the airplane? That's going to answer the question for you of what magazine your followers are reading. And once you know what they're reading, and it may not be something that they have a subscription to, maybe just an occasional thing, then like what kind of things they are wanting to see. Are they wanting to see healthy recipes, or quick 5-minute ab workouts they can do on their lunch break, or, things that you can do to spruce up your marriage, or things that you can do while your toddler is at home on summer vacation? Like, knowing what kind of magazine they read, that's going to answer what your person wants to read about. What kind of stuff do you personally search online? Sometimes when I feel like I don't know what to say, I mean, there are times I sit down at my computer and I know I need to post something on Facebook and my mind is just blank. Like, all I can think of is to say is hi, and that's it. But I can't post that, so I have to think of something better than that. And so in those moments, I just kind of think, all right, I know I was, wasting time on Pinterest yesterday. What was I looking at? What was I personally searching for? I was looking at ideas for closet organization, or I was looking at ideas for, a 2-year-old toddler schedule, or I was looking at, ways to pay off debt or whatever. And so think about those things, and the same things that you are personally searching for probably means that, other people in your network and people that are following you are looking at the same things. And sometimes we forget that, and you don't realize that, maybe something that you think is just stupid or not even that interesting, there's people that are looking for the same things as you, because like I said, like attracts like, and you guys are in the same boat. You're probably in similar life phases. And so, if you don't have kids, maybe you're looking at like travel ideas for your, wedding anniversary, or maybe you're looking at, I don't know, date night ideas, or, things to do like once you have multiple children, and how to, or maybe it's about dogs, or, if you have one dog and how to bring in a second dog. And like, these are all things that we've all searched and researched about online through Pinterest and Instagram and Google and different blogs. So those are all ideas. Those are all content ideas and ways for you to post and tell your audience where you are, what's going on in your head, and what areas that you're struggling in, or need help in, or need ideas. And that's going to create great engagement on your page. Okay, so now that we know our niche and you have an idea of how you can figure out who your person is, how to find them, you need to work on creating a brand that's going to address that person. You can even go as far as putting like an actual picture to your person. Like my potential client, or my perfect customer, her name is Jackie, and I actually have a picture and I have all the character traits listed. And when I see that, I look at Jackie and I know what I need to post that day that Jackie wants to know about. And it's, I don't know, I don't even know who the picture of the person is. It's just somebody that looks like who I would be dealing with. And just having that visual really helps me with my social media content. But getting into branding, you may have watched my video about choosing your 5 things, but basically an exercise that you can go through is just thinking about 3 topics that you are most passionate about. And they're just things that you naturally want to post about. Like when you go onto Facebook, you naturally want to say like, hey, I'm drinking a glass of Pinot Noir tonight. What's your favorite wine? Just things that are natural. They're not forced. They're just what you would normally talk about if you were having dinner with your BFF. And they're things that you like looking into. They're things you like researching. And they're just natural for you. So for me, mine is mom stuff, traveling, and coffee. Okay, so number 2, what do you want people to know about you? And for me, I personally want people to know that I am a woman of faith, I am a mom, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I have to know those 3 things because they are going to be the foundation of what my posts are about on Facebook. Like I told you earlier, your Facebook page is kind of like your store. So, Starbucks wants people to know that they sell coffee, they sell coffee cups, and they sell coffee accessories. So those are the 3 things that you see in their store. So if you are, a runner, a mom, and a teacher, then when I go onto your page, I should be able to visibly know that from right off the bat. And then number 3, what is a topic people ask you for your advice on? Mine are fitness, nutrition, how to get motivated, how to balance your life and your work, different healthy recipes, and police wife survival, law enforcement related stuff. Those are a lot of the questions that I get from people that are like, not in Beachbody yet, they're prospects or just followers. That's usually the type of things people ask me. So, just go back through, maybe even look through some of your old messages and see how some of your conversations have gotten started. And, you know, maybe people ask you questions about healthy recipes because they see you posting pictures of your meals all the time. Or maybe you're an early workout person and, you know, you're posting every morning at 5 a.m. So people are messaging you and saying, how in the world do you get up at 5 a.m. and do your workout? I don't have the motivation to do that. And just think about what's that common trend of what people are typically asking you about. Once you know that, you can kind of look through that list and, you know, commingle that with the 3 things that you want people to know about you, and you'll be able to come up pretty easily with what your 5 things are. So for me, mine is, you know, freedom / like being a entrepreneur / mompreneur, travel, family, fitness, and coffee. So those are my 5 things that I typically almost always post about. And that's my brand. That's who I am. That's who JenGreenberg.com is. And that's always what I'm posting about. And that's why people follow me. They like seeing my coffee posts. They like seeing where I'm going next. They like seeing pictures of Mikey and seeing him grow up and following my fitness journey. You know, most of the people that follow me for my fitness, you know, are a specific kind of person. You know, a lot of new moms that want to, you know, lose baby weight and get that confidence back again. And, you know, those are typically the people I attract, and they're typically the people that I really enjoy working with. And that's the cool thing about Beachbody is you get to really enjoy working with the people that you work with, unlike in corporate world where it's kind of hit and miss. Okay, so you know who your potential person is, you know your brand on how you are molding your social media to speak to that person. So then you need to create content based on your niche and your branding that's going to add value and create engagement. So I'm going back to the magazine theory, and I'm telling you guys, if you haven't done this, like just go to Barnes & Noble. They have so many magazines of all different kinds and so many that you probably don't even know existed. And every single headline that is on the front of those magazines, like these are produced by people that are like getting paid top dollars in marketing and advertising. So anything that is a headline or cover story on one of these magazines, it's something that obviously people want to hear. Like it's something that they are, you know, planning on being an attention grabber, and that they're going to see it. They're going to be like for example, Cosmo almost always has some kind of a big headline about sex. And I know like when I was a teenager, an older teenager, like that was always, oh, I want to see that. What are they talking about? What is, like, I want to know. And so it's the same thing with like glamour or, you know, clean cooking. I know there's like a clean cooking crock pot thing, or there's always some kind of cool headline that's going to make you be in the grocery store aisle and make you grab it and put it in your cart at the last minute. So those are the things that people want to hear about. So if you can look through and grab some of those titles, those are going to be great social media posts, especially if you are a blogger or if you have a like page. Those are going to be great things to post on those because people will share them, people will post comments on them, share them with their friends, and it's a great way to create engagement and get eyes onto your profile. Now, I don't know why, like when I made this screenshot, I don't know why 17 got bigger. I wasn't trying to tell you to like look at that magazine, but that was just random. Okay, so these are a couple other cool Facebook things that I wanted to share with you, not necessarily about the whole branding or niche market thing. So your Facebook cover photo. A lot of us, you know, we just put a random picture up there that's just, you know, something that was a cool latest and greatest picture that we took on our phone or whatever, and we don't really put much thought into it. But your cover photo is actually a great spot to put a call to action. And so I put here an example from Lindsay Matway's profile, and she's been a top 10 coach for like 3 years or 4 years in a row, and she's currently in the top 10 right now, so she definitely knows what she's doing. So that's her cover photo down there below. And if you click on the photo, you can see what the photo description says. And it says, hey there, you may have stumbled upon my page randomly. I wanted to take a quick minute to introduce myself, blah, blah, blah. And so she gives the whole spiel on her story. I'm a broke bartender. I had a baby with a brain bleed, and this is my journey. I got, I used P90X to lose weight, and, the whole thing. And so if somebody were to stumble upon her page and they clicked that, they would be able to read that. They'd know instantaneously who she is, what she's about. They'd know about her brand, and they'd immediately either connect with her or not. And not is okay too. But what I wanted to really point out is her calls to action that are at the end of her post. So it says, if you connect at all with my passions of faith, family, fitness, fashion, and freedom, I'd love to connect and get to know you more. Click follow or send me a friend request, and feel free to private message me here. To find out more about my online health and fitness challenges, please apply here. And to find out more about joining my coaching team and being personally mentored, apply here. So that's always available to any new person that goes on to her page and clicks that. And I think my Facebook cover photo has been my same cover photo that I've had for like 2 years probably, and I need to update mine. And you want people to know that, to have those 5 things that make you you, to be visible and present right there up front. And so when they click on that picture, you want them to be able to know how to get in touch with you. And especially if you're posting your Facebook link in other social media avenues, like, maybe through Twitter or Instagram or on your blog or something. If somebody goes, maybe they're not your Facebook friend, they just want to go and kind of lurk on your page. You want to be able to give them a way to contact you and a way for them to know more about you and what you're doing and what you can offer them. So using that is a great tool. The other cool thing, and I don't know how many people are actually using this, but it is super cool, and it's called Facebook Interest Lists. You can go on facebook.com/add list. And this is just a great way to organize the content that you are interested in. So this is kind of a prospecting tool, ways that you can find content on Facebook that is similar to things that you're interested in, so that you can find new pages to follow, new groups to join, new people to follow, and that kind of thing. So this first picture here on the left, on the right, it says add interests. So you can search for your own interests, but also like Facebook already has provided some suggestions based on your current profile, like things that Facebook thinks that you would like to follow. So for me, like they have these suggested interest lists of exercise, DIY fashion, Washington, home decor, education, pregnancy and childbirth. But then also, you could go in and search for something in particular. So maybe one of your 5 things is fashion. If you just put that into the search, it's going to bring up some additional interest lists that other people have created that are all about fashion. So fashion blogger, resources, DIY fashion, and those are just going to be great ways for you to just expand what you're doing on Facebook, find new ways to find people that, you can connect with and that you will, be able to build relationships with. Another super great use for this tool is you can create your own lists. So I just made this little example right here down at the bottom. There's a little button that says create list. It's at the top of the add interest box. And then once you press that, it asks you to type in names. And so I just created an interest list of my PS coaches that have like pages. And this is just an example I put together for our call tonight. But, right there, I just have in Allie Siebel Fitness, Fit for Life, Fitness and Support page, and Team Intensity. And creating that gives you, as a coach, as a leader of your own team, gives you a great way to be able to follow what your downline coaches are doing and just to be able to support their page so that you can go in and check in on what they're doing and show support and maybe share some of their posts or whatever. You can make it public or, just for your friends or just for you. And it's a great time saver and distraction saver. If you, are being intentional about how you're spending your time on Facebook and you say, okay, I've got, 10 minutes, I want to go in and just check in on my downline coaches, see what they're up to, show them some support. I can just go right into my PS Like page interest list and see just news feed from those pages. So that way I'm not getting distracted by, seeing a Facebook ad for the Victoria's Secret semi-annual clearance or, seeing a post from, so-and-so with their kid's birthday party pictures or whatever. A million different ways to get distracted on Facebook. So this is just a great way. You can do that. You can, make an interest list for coach prospects that you maybe have some seeds planted and you want to be able to go in and just look at those newsfeed that is directly from them. It's a great way to do that and to block out the other stuff on Facebook so you're not, getting distracted. All right, so your call to action. Create an interest, well, that's the wrong order, but review your niche and your branding. So maybe you have already defined your niche. I want you to just kind of think about it. See if that is still holding true to who you are. We, in this business, we grow so much because of personal development. So maybe, your niche from when you started may not be the same. Maybe you have more defined. Maybe it's totally different. Maybe you're a mom now and you weren't before or whatever. So review your niche and your branding. Make sure that you're staying true to who you are and who you want to be on, in your social media. Analyze the value that you're adding. And that's always a good check to kind of give yourself and look at your page. See if you actually are providing value, because it's easy to kind of get into the routine of using your Facebook as a way to just share your life, which is totally cool and you should be doing that. But you do need to be also adding value to other people. And, while we love seeing pictures of, your family and, you sitting at your desk and things like that, you also do need to add value to other people so that they want to come to you. They know, like, you're the first person they think of when they want help with, one of your 5 things. And so play around with the interest list, see what you can come up with. Maybe you'll come across some new pages or something that will be, a great thing for you to start following. And post about that and just see maybe some other cool creative ideas that you can use an interest list for, like, maybe something so you can follow your PS coaches, people that maybe are in your class that you teach, your Insanity class or whatever. So, be creative, share what you come up with in the group so that we can all kind of brainstorm off of each other. And that's all I got. Next week, we have a surprise guest speaker. We'll be here, same time, same place, same link. And that's that.
I have a question.
Yes.
So on all your posts, I noticed that you do random, like, all exclamation, or not all exclamation, all capital words. And then sometimes, like, they're all lowercase. Is there really a difference in putting the emphasis every now and then on a certain word whenever you're posting?
Are you talking about, like, a Facebook post or something that I can fly?
Like, like on an actual Facebook post, like, sometimes I'll, like, I follow you the most because you're the only person I really know. But I noticed, like, sometimes you put an emphasis on a word by, like, doing all capitals, like, on some of the stuff like this now, like, have you defined your niche and analyzed the value? Like, does that make a difference whenever you're, does it make a difference whenever you're posting? Or is it okay to do, like, all lowercase? I'm sorry, my dog.
Yeah, I think it's just personal preference. Like, I do it just because like you can't use bold on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like my way of being like, this word, this is what I really want you to see.
Okay. I just didn't know if it like makes a difference in getting your point across whenever you're posting certain things to certain people.
Yeah. Like to me it does. I mean, like I know for me personally, if I'm scrolling through the news feed, like those words stand out to me. Like if a word is in all caps, or if a word is like spaced out wider, like my eyes like see it more. I mean, we all scroll through social media so much that, you know, a lot of stuff is just like, you know, we don't even notice it. And it could have been a really cool post, but we're just so busy and we don't really pay attention half the time. So it's just one thing I do to just kind of be like, hey, look at me. Like, look at the post.
Yeah, I'm still learning on my posts. So that's why I was just kind of curious if it makes a difference. But yeah, I understand because I always do notice whenever you're posting. I see the word. That was awesome.
Hold on. The phone was ringing through the computer. That was so weird. Anyone else have anything?
I just wanted to add that if anybody did not get on the National Wake Up Call today, it was a really great one about social media and some great tips from Meg. However you say it. So definitely catch the replay, but she had some great ideas on there about social media. It was a great call. So wanted to remind you to catch the replay if you didn't get it today.
Will, that was awesome. And plus we had 2 new diamonds announced, so that's always exciting to hear. One quick note about the recognition section on the National Wake Up Call. I used, like when I worked at a law office as a paralegal, I would have to listen to the recording most of the times because I wasn't able to be on the call live. And so I would listen to the recording and I would fast forward through the recognition and all that because I'm like, I just want to get to the meat of the call. And then one day, Scotty told me, Scotty Hobbs is my coach, and he told me that he listens to the recognition section and envisions the names of his coaches being announced. And then, of course, I felt horrible that I had been fast forwarding that all along. And then I started really, because you guys know I believe in, positive affirmations and visualization of your goals and things like that. So when I started to do that and, when they're announcing new diamonds, and I start thinking about like, oh, I can't wait for them to say Stella and to say Molly and to say Samantha, it's like, there's just something about it. And so if you have ever been guilty of what I was doing, I would challenge you to just make sure you're listening, because everybody that's being announced, that really is their special moment. And make sure that if you do know somebody that gets announced on the National Wake Up Call, that you do give them some shout outs and some love on their page.
I heard Stella's name today.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, and I was finishing Plyo Extreme while that was happening, so I missed it. But I caught it on the replay.
Awesome.
I've been waiting like so long for Stella's name to be on there ever since she won the 500, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? And finally today, there she was. I was so excited.
I know. It's always cool to hear someone's name that you know, because you're like, hey, I know her. No one's around to hear you say that, but. Alrighty, well, I will upload this to YouTube and it'll probably be in the morning, and I'll make sure we post in the group so you can make sure to share with your teams. But make sure that you work on that call to action and, you know, spend a little bit of time with it and think about it and, you know, kind of process through it a little bit. Another thing I want to start doing with you guys, I create these slides. I spend a lot of time on PicMonkey. I probably spend too much time sometimes, but I upload them onto Google Drive, just the pictures for each one. So I'm going to start posting the link to Google Drive as well so that you guys can have access to those. I don't know if they're helpful for you, but I figure maybe they might be helpful. So I'm going to start posting those as well so you can use those. So, all right, well, thank you guys so much for being on, and have a great night. I'll make sure to let you guys know what Mike brings home for dinner. And I'll talk to you later. Good night.